Shalom. First and foremost, we give all praise to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakak Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, GMS who grew well, and peace and salutation to the light Akim on the four corners, personal truth and sincerity, and we're also doing sit downs. Peace be unto you. This is basically, the scripture says things were written before time were written for learning. Matter of fact, while I'm at it, Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. And this is basically going to give us some hope. And really, if Yahweh sanctions a prophecy to happen, it's going to happen. Every single last one of them. There's no, it might happen, it may not happen. So you can look before, nobody's ever trusted in Yahweh and been confounded. So the Most High is very merciful unto us. Matter of fact, let me get straight into it. This is First Chronicles 19, verse 17. And it was told David, wait, let's read a little bit before. This is First Chronicles 19 and 12. And he said, if the Syrians be too strong for me, then thou shalt help me. But the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will help thee. Be of good courage, and let us behave ourselves valiantly for our people and for the cities of our God, and let Yahweh do that which is good in his sight. So Joab and the people that were with him drew nigh before the Syrians unto the battle, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw the Syrians were fled, they likewise fled before. Now, again, the Syrians, they fled, but you also, like the scriptures, like I brought up, the things written before time, written for our learning. And this is, to give us hope, because we got the best power in this universe. That we got the best power. Period. We got the best, strongest God. Whoever's second place, it don't matter. We got the strongest God. Nobody can come up against us. That's why it's important for us to be in alignment with our power, with our power. So Joab and the people that were with him drew nigh before the Syrians unto the battle, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw the Syrians were fled, they likewise fled before Abishai, his brother, and entered into the city, and Joab came to Jerusalem. And when the Syrians saw that they were put to the worst before Israel, they sent messengers and drew forth the Syrians that were beyond the river, and Shaphat and the captain of the host of Hadaraz went before them. And it was told David, and he gathered all Israel and passed over Jordan and came upon them and set the battle in array against them. So when David had put the battle in array against the Syrians, they fought with them. But the Syrians fled before Israel. And David slew of the Syrians 7,000 men, which fought in chariots, and 40,000 footmen, and killed Shaphat, the captain of the host. And when the servants of Hadarezer saw that they were put to the worst before Israel, they made peace with David and became his servants. Neither would the Syrians help the children of Ammon anymore. And again, you're going to see all the nations, when Yahweh Shai subdues all the nations, our husband, the Lamb, once he subdues all the nations, the other nations, they gonna fall in line. They gonna be like, hey, we'll be your servants, you know. And the scripture says the family that doesn't serve us around the Feast of Tabernacles, before I even mangle that one up, because I like that one. So let me go ahead and get that one. Because everybody going to serve us. And they're going to be looking forward to serving us. They're going to try to, they're going to be doing their best to fucking impress us. You know, that don't mean that they're still going to get their ass whooped for everything that they did to us. Let's see. This is Zechariah 14 and verse 18. And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not that have no rain, there shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. This shall be the punishment of Egypt and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. So these other nations, they're gonna fall in line. They're gonna see and have heard about what Scripture says every eye shall see. So all of them going to see, and you know, you're going to still have those that are going to be born again. So they're not going to have remembrance of the former things, but they're going to still know about what had happened, about this the great deliverance that the children of Israel, you know, received by way of the Most High, Yahweh Shai, and Him using, you know, Israel to also help, you know, along with the angels, Michael specifically being one by name amongst the other ones that's going to help deliver us out of this captivity. They're going to know. They're going to fall in line. They're going to see that they got their ass whooped, just like back in here in Chronicles. They're going to see that they got their ass whooped, and then they're going to be willing to serve and they're going to be like, man, you're too kind. They're not going to know how to respond. They're going to be very, very obedient, shall I say. I read 1 Chronicles chapter 20 and I read a little bit more. And it came to pass, this is chapter 20, verse 1. And it came to pass that after the year was expired, at the time that kings go out to battle, Joab led forth the power of the army and wasted the country of the children of Ammon, and came and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried at Jerusalem, and Joab smote Rabbah and destroyed it. And David took the crown of their king from off his head, and found it to weigh a talent of gold, and there were precious stones in it, and it was set upon David's head. And he brought also exceeding much spoil out of the city. Now, this is what you do when you take a king over. You take his crown, put it on his head, put it on your own head. This is Revelations chapter you bear with me. This is yeah, come on. This is Revelations, I believe it's 19. Okay, Slocky. Revelations 19, verse 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. So upon his head had many crowns. So all the crowns were from conquering. Now, it doesn't mean literally he had one crown on his head because he beat the Moabites and stacked another one. He got like 20 crowns on his head, and he, trying to balance them like that. The crown means symbolically that he destroyed and killed him, because when you kill a king, you take their crown, you put it on your own head, symbolizing that you are now the ruler. Verse 2 again. And David took the crown of their king from off his head and found it to weigh a talent of gold, and there were precious stones in it. And it was set upon David's head, and he brought also exceeding much spoil out of the city. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to rob them, spoil them that spoiled us, rob them that robbed us. This is Ezekiel 39:10. So, matter of fact, 39:9 through 10. And they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth and set on fire and burn the weapons, both shields and the bucklers, the bows and the arrows, and the handstaves and the spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years, so that they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut down any out of the forest, for they shall burn the weapons with fire, and they shall spoil those that spoiled them, and rob those that robbed them, saith Yahweh. So we're going to take, just like how David took the spoils of the Ammonites, we're going to take their spoils, the other nations, and not just the Ammonites, the Japanese. We're going to take all these other nations' spoils. This world was made for our sakes. So if you holding that for us, hey, you got to come up off that. Yo, we need that. We need all of that. All them gold that they got in Fort Knox, all the other places. Yo, you gotta come up off that. That's our goal. So, and on that note, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Kadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect Akim, four corners pushing the truth and sincerity. Peace be unto you. And Shalom.